My name is Ethan. I used to believe that life was always predictable. Every day felt the same and nothing exciting ever happened. But one unexpected moment changed everything. I lived in a small town where everyone knew each other. The streets were quiet and life moved slowly. Most people were happy with simple routines. I thought my life would always stay the same. Every morning, I walked to the same coffee shop. The smell of fresh coffee filled the air. It was the only place where I felt calm. But one morning something unusual happened. When I entered the cafe, I saw a girl sitting near the window. She looked worried and kept checking her phone. Her eyes seemed full of sadness. For some reason, I couldn't stop looking at her. At first I ignored the feeling and ordered my coffee. But my mind kept thinking about her. Something inside me told me to say hello. Finally, I gathered the courage to walk toward her. I politely asked if everything was okay. She looked surprised that a stranger cared. For a moment she stayed silent. Then she slowly began to speak. Her name was Olivia. She had just moved to the town a few days ago. Everything in her life had suddenly changed. She felt lost and completely alone. Listening to her story made me realize something important. Sometimes people hide their pain behind quiet faces. We walk past them every day without noticing. That day I decided I would not walk away. We talked for nearly an hour. The conversation felt natural and comfortable. It was strange how quickly strangers could become friends. I felt like I had known her for years. Before leaving, she smiled for the first time. It was a small smile, but full of hope. In that moment, I realized something special had begun. I just didn't know how much it would change my life. After that day, Olivia and I started meeting often. Sometimes we talked in the cafe, and sometimes we walked in the park. Our conversations felt natural and comfortable. Slowly, a strong friendship started growing between us. Olivia told me she had moved to this town for a new job, but leaving her old life behind had been very difficult. She missed her family and her friends. Many nights, she felt completely alone. I listened to her stories carefully. Sometimes people just need someone who understands them. I never tried to give big advice. I simply stayed there and listened. Days slowly turned into weeks. Our small meetings became a daily habit. The cafe owner even started smiling when he saw us together. Everyone thought we had known each other for years. One evening we decided to walk by the river. The sunset painted the sky in orange and pink colors. The moment felt peaceful and beautiful. But Olivia suddenly became very quiet. I asked her if something was wrong. She looked at the water and took a deep breath. Then she told me something I didn't expect. Her job in this town was only temporary. She would have to leave in just a few weeks. Hearing those words made my heart feel heavy. I had never realized how important she had become to me. The thought of losing her felt painful. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind kept replaying every moment we had shared. I realized something important about my feelings. I was slowly falling in love with Olivia, but I was afraid to tell her the truth. What if she didn't feel the same way? What if telling her made everything awkward? Sometimes fear stops us from saying what matters. The next day we met again at the cafe. Olivia smiled like she always did, but I could see a little sadness in her eyes. She also knew time was running out. That afternoon, I decided I could no longer stay silent. I needed to tell Olivia how I truly felt. So I took a deep breath and waited for the right moment. It felt scary, but I knew it was necessary. As she sipped her coffee, I finally spoke. Olivia, I think I'm falling in love with you. Her eyes widened in surprise. For a moment, the cafe felt completely silent. Then she slowly smiled. I've been feeling the same way, she whispered. Hearing those words made my heart leap. All my fears suddenly disappeared. From that day, everything changed. We were no longer just friends. We laughed more, shared dreams, and planned small adventures. Life suddenly felt brighter and more exciting. But the countdown to her departure continued. Each day made us realize how short time could be. We cherished every moment together. Every conversation felt more meaningful than before. One rainy evening, we took shelter under a small bridge. The rain fell gently around us. Olivia held my hand and looked into my eyes. It feels like we've known each other forever, she said softly. I nodded and smiled back. I don't want to think about leaving or losing this moment, I replied. She squeezed my hand tightly. We both understood that some moments are too precious to waste. The week of her departure finally arrived. We spent every possible hour together. We walked through the streets we had explored so often. Every corner held a memory of laughter and stories. On her last night, we sat by the river again. The moon reflected perfectly on the water. Neither of us wanted to say goodbye. The air felt heavy with unspoken words. Then I took her hand in mine. Olivia, no matter where you go, I want you to know something. I looked deep into her eyes. You've changed my life completely. Tears formed in her eyes. I feel the same, Ethan, she said quietly. We hugged tightly, holding on to this final moment. It was a feeling neither of us would ever forget. The next morning, I helped her pack her things. We laughed and cried together. It was a bittersweet mixture of joy and sadness. Every small item seemed to tell a story of the past weeks. Before leaving, she handed me a small notebook. It's for you, she said. I want you to write your dreams in it. I smiled, feeling the warmth of her love. She boarded the bus, waving one last time. I waved back, holding back my tears. Even though we were apart, our bond felt unbroken. Distance couldn't erase the memories we had made. Weeks passed slowly. I wrote in the notebook every day. Every story, every dream, and every thought about Olivia. It made me feel closer to her even from afar. Then one morning, I received a message. It was from Olivia. I miss you, she wrote simply. My heart leapt with joy. We started talking every day. Video calls, messages, and small notes became our connection. Even miles apart, our friendship and love grew stronger. It was amazing how distance couldn't weaken our bond. Months passed, and her contract finally ended. She returned to the town we both loved. We met at the cafe where everything began. It felt like no time had passed at all. We laughed, hugged, and shared stories of our time apart. Every word felt like a new memory being created. It was as if our hearts had been waiting for this reunion. Nothing else in the world mattered at that moment. Soon, we started planning a new chapter together. Trips, adventures, and dreams we had shared during her absence. Life felt full of possibilities. We realized love grows even stronger through challenges. One sunny afternoon, we visited the park where we first walked. Children were playing, birds were singing, and the world felt alive. Olivia looked at me and smiled. I can't believe how far we've come, she said. I held her hand tightly. It's been an incredible journey, I replied. All because of one unexpected meeting. She nodded, understanding exactly what I meant. We realized that life is full of surprises. Sometimes, the most ordinary days bring the most extraordinary moments. A small conversation can change everything. A single smile can alter the path of your life. From that moment, we promised each other, no matter where life takes us, we will always communicate. We will always cherish the small moments. We will never take each other for granted. Years passed, and our love continued to grow. We celebrated successes and supported each other during failures. Life was no longer predictable. It was full of excitement, challenges, and joy. We often looked back at the day we first met, a day that felt ordinary but turned out to be extraordinary. We laughed at how nervous and shy we had been, and we thanked fate for bringing us together. Sometimes life teaches you lessons in the simplest ways. It shows you that caring for someone matters more than being perfect. It reminds you that moments are fleeting, but memories and love can last forever. Olivia and I still visit the cafe every week. It remains our special place. We smile at the memories of our first conversations, and we know our love story will continue to grow. Through this journey, I learned an important truth. Love is not about grand gestures or perfect timing. It's about understanding, listening, and being there for each other. Even the smallest actions can have the biggest impact. Every day feels like a new beginning. Every morning, I wake up grateful for her presence. Life no longer feels ordinary, and I know that true love can indeed change your life. Sometimes I still think about that first day. The park bench, the quiet cafe, and the rainy evening. All those moments led to something incredible. It reminds me that life's surprises are often the most beautiful. Olivia smiles at me, and I feel complete. Every memory we shared strengthens our bond. Every challenge we faced brought us closer. We realized that love is the most powerful force in life. Our friends often ask us how we met. We simply smile and say, "It was fate." They don't know the details, but it doesn't matter. The journey is ours, and it's unforgettable. We continue to dream together. New adventures, new stories, and new surprises await us. Life is no longer predictable, but wonderfully exciting. We embrace every moment with love and gratitude. Sometimes I write in the notebook Olivia gave me. I jot down dreams, hopes, and memories of our journey. It reminds me how far we've come, and how love grows even through distance. Our story is simple yet extraordinary. It started with a small conversation. It grew into friendship, love, and a life together. It reminds us that life is full of unexpected miracles. Every evening, we walk by the river. We watch the sunset and hold each other's hands. We talk, we laugh, and we dream. And we thank life for the incredible journey we share. Even the ordinary days feel magical now. Every smile, every word, and every moment matters. Life has taught us that love is patient and kind, and that it can truly change everything. Our journey continues, filled with hope and excitement. Every day is a new opportunity to create memories. Every challenge is a chance to grow closer. And we face life together, stronger than ever. Looking back, I realize one simple truth. Love can appear when you least expect it. A single moment can change your life forever. And sometimes, the most ordinary days turn into the most extraordinary stories.